good morning and good evening, everyone joining. So, today's session, Accelerate Quality with Automated Testing in Business Process Automation, is about helping teams move past the limitations of manual testing and slow and repetitive processes. Across Oracle Cloud and ERP environments, even small changes can impact dozens of workflows, which is why accuracy, consistency, and speed matter more than ever. Leading the webinar, we have Purushottamam uh, M, who's a project lead at ChainSys, with over 18 years of experience in software development, process automation, and ERP transformation. He's been instrumental in building and evolving smart bots and other automation capabilities within the ChainSys platform. Joining him is Harini Ji. She's a business analyst at ChainSys with more than 3 years of experience with collaborating with stakeholders to gather, analyze, and document business requirements. She will be assisting Purshot on his journey through today's webinar session. So, without much more from me, let's hear from our speakers today. So, I am passing over the webinar to you, Purshot.
Thanks, Megha. Good morning, good evening to everyone. Today, we are going to present to you the smart bots, the tool which can be used for test and process automation. So, in this webinar, we are going to cover what are the overview about smart bots and the features from the smart bots. So, what are the features we have in our smart bots tool? And next, we are going to showcase you like how it can be used in test automation and the process automation as well. In the smart bots, we have the option to execute uh, test cases or processes in parallel and serial executions. So we are going to showcase that today, and we are going to showcase other features called object analysis and interactive demo. So these are all the topics we are going to showcase you as part of this webinar today. Uh, Here we are we have categorized what are all the areas we can utilize these smart bots. So smart bots can be utilized in the functional test bots, like in any application. It can be a ERP application or a web application, cloud applications, or desktop application. Uh, we we need to test all the functional flows are working fine after some code modification or any change. So to check all those testing, we can use the smartbot for the automation testing purpose. It is for any functional testing like Oracle Cloud or SAP or Salesforce. So wherever we have a lot of functional testing required, so instead of going for manual, so using the smart bots, we can easily test all the functional flows. And next is technical test bots. So wherever you have the API to test, it might be a PL SQL API or web services. If you want to test those APIs, so we can use the smart bot for that particular need. And next is business process automations. Usually in an application, it will be like a lot of process will be a repetitive process. So manually, the person will be doing this kind of works repetitively. So instead of doing these kind of repetitive works in the application by a resource, we can use these smart bots which can automate those process, and it can be scheduled or it can be manually triggered to execute. So we can automate any business process using the smart bots. Next is our robotic process automation. So we have lot of activities based on some conditions. If you want to do any executions, and we have different kind of activities which will fulfill all your complete business process automations. And at the end of this executions, whatever it is, either it is a testing automation or a process automations, so at the end of this execution, it will generate the reports and it will generate the logs, which will give you the detailed information about, like if it is a testing, it is going to give you the complete idea about like where it got failed, and which screen and which field is getting failed. So it is going to give a lot of reports and information to analyze the test result, as well as for business process automation. It will give the fine reports for auditing purpose. In future, if you want to check what has been automated during this time, so you can easily check and make sure that it has happened or not. So these are all the areas where we can use these smart bots. So next I'm going to show you like what are all the uh, overview about smart bots. Smart bot is for process or test automation tool, and it can automate any kind of testing process. Either it can be a Windows application or web application or cloud application. It can be used for that purpose. This tool will be like record and replay. In case if you are going to do a test automation, first you have to record that flow. If it is a completely a new scenario, you have to go to the smart bots, and the smart bots we have the recording utility where the user can start recording and perform the sample transaction or function flow which he is going to automate. So once he record that flow, the same flow can be repeated multiple times by using the smart bars. That is called replay. So it's working like record and replay approach to create test automation or process automation. This tool is mainly used in integration testing or ERP setup configuration or functional process automation. Because in ERP setup configuration, it will be a manual steps. The functional consultant will be working with application to configure all the steps. So instead of doing this manually, we can use the smart bots for automating those scenarios. And the regression testing. So wherever any patches or upgrades, so the entire team has to test all the existing flows are working fine. So instead of that, like Oracle Cloud, we have our ready-made testing template where they can use and make sure that all the functional flows, existing functional flows are working fine. So instead of testing everything manually, this automation testing will help you to reduce a lot of time and effort. And in every patch or upgrade, you need to depend on the resources. Just you can execute or schedule the test cases from the smart bots, which will take care of all the testing and it will give you the reports and the functional processes. So in the application, there are several places that still we require the process automation. It doesn't require any person to do that. So we are having a lot of process like that, so which we are manually doing and repetitively the same kind of work. So those kind of places we can use the smart bots. And next thing is it support for all kind of application. It can be a web, desktop, or a cloud applications, like the ERP application like Oracle Cloud, EBS, SAP, or any custom applications which is built for their particular project need. So it will support for all kind of application for testing and automation. And it's no code automation. For this automation, you need not to do any scripting, and just you can drag and drop and configure the automation, and we have the record and replay option which you can easily record a flow and it can be automated. Suppose if you want to add any conditional activity, we have the different kind of activity, so only those things you need to go and do the configuration, but anyhow without coding you can do this automation. And here for automation or test automation or process automation, each flow will be created like a bot. So for example, if I'm going to do a create invoice into the Oracle Cloud and create payment is the another process. If I'm going to create the automation for this particular flow, you can create a bot for the create invoice, and you can create another bot for the create payment, and it can be combined into the flow. In case if you are having 25 scenario or 30 scenario, you can combine all the scenario into one flow. We can create individual automation scenario as a bots, and it can be combined into a group as a flow. We have the different kind of flows here. We have the migration flow, process flow, and test flow. In the migration flow, we can do the setup configuration. In Oracle ERP system or SAP system, if you are going to do the setup configuration, we will be using the migration flow, which will do all the setup executions. And The process flow will be like any functional automation testings. Uh, for that, we will be using the process flow. In the process flow, we will add multiple functional test pods. So, which you can execute when you execute a process flow, it will execute all the functional flows which are all added into the process flow. Next is we have the test flow. It's for grouping the automation test flow. It's like a container. You can add multiple uh, test pods into a parent. So for that we have the test flow. So like this, you can automate different kind of application without any configuration, and it will suit for setup configuration, regression testing, and process automations. This is the overall idea about smart bots. So what is smart bots and where it can be utilized, and what are all the situation we can go for the smart bots. And next is we are going to see like what are all the areas we are going to use. As we discussed, the functional bots. The functional bots is like in any application or like a Oracle Cloud or a ERP application. For every patch or upgrade, we have to make sure that existing functionalities are working fine. So obviously we will be logging into the application after patch or upgrade, and we will be testing all the scenarios required by the customer and make sure it doesn't have any impact and it doesn't break anywhere due to the patch or upgrade. So instead of doing this manually, we can use the smart bots and we can convert those scenarios as functional test bots. And after patch or upgrade or any code change, either you can run that particular scenarios which needs to be validated, or you can trigger the entire flows, the which is required for the entire application to make sure that all the functionalities are working fine. Right. So here we can combine the more test bots into one flow, and when you trigger that flow, automatically it will execute the all the bots from that particular flow. The next is setup bots. Setup is mostly through the person will be logging into the application, and they will be configuring all the setups in the application. Usually, we will not be having APIs or uh, any other approaches to do the setup configuration into the ERP system. For those kind of need, we can use these smart bots. And the smart bots, if you have the we are having the lot of setup configuration bots for the Oracle Cloud. So what it will do is it will log in into the system as a like a normal user, and it will navigate through the screen, and it will do these setups which are all required for the particular application to be configured. So uh, instead of doing this manually, the bot can do the setup configuration into the any system. So for that, we have to create the bots for the automations. We have the ready-made templates for setup configuration for Oracle Cloud and SAP as well. Next is process automation. Process automation is basically based on the need of the customer. Like they want to automate the entire invoice creation and payment like that. So wherever they want to automate the uh, different business process, it can be automated through the smart bots. Even if you want to talk with a different application, in Oracle Cloud, I'm going to create the invoice. After that, I have to log in into the different system. There I have to do some other payment process. Again, I have to come back to Oracle Cloud and I want to continue the process like that. If you want to do a different kind of business process automation, so we can use the smart bots. So when you use the smart bots, it's obviously it reduces the manpower which is utilized for the uh, similar kind of work, right? So, and it helps you in reducing the time as well as the cost. Next, I'm going to explain you like what are the features we have in smart bots. In smart bots, we have different kind of features. So as we understood, it is for purely UI automation like test automation or process automation. So for a test automation or process automation, we are having all the features from the recording and configuring the bots and executing the bots. So we are having the different kind of features for this each stage. The recording is a separate wizard in smartboards where you can capture the flows which you want to automate. It can be a any kind of application. So wherever you want to automate, first you have to go for the recording wizard, and there you have to start recording, and you can recording the sample transaction by using our recording wizard. Once it is recorded, so it will capture all the keystrokes and the elements details and the navigation details. All these detail will be captured during this recording, and it can be created as bot. The recorded flow can be created as a sample bot for that particular automation. For say, for example, if it is a create invoice, so we will be recording the sample flow for the create invoice by using our recording wizard. So once it is done, in case during this create invoice flow, if I need to validate any conditions or if I need to do some mandatory check, for that we have the different kind of activities. We have the conditional activity, we have the verification activity, we have the accession activity. Like this, we have different kind of activities which you can use to configure the bot with more validations and conditionally if you want to route. So for that we can use our different kind of activities. These activities will help you in configuring the bots. Next is execution. So in smart bots we have the different kind of option to execute the testing, because if you consider your functional test bots uh, or process automations. In the testing side, we will be having n number of test cases. It can be 200 or 500. So we have to test all these scenarios in a short span of time. So for that, we have the parallel execution. You need not to wait for completion of one task to execute another one. If it doesn't have any dependency, you can parallelly execute multiple bots in the smart bots. And next is scheduling. For triggering the bot, you need not to be physically present. You can say, like in this particular time, this particular bot has to be started. Like that, you can schedule it. Once you schedule it, when it reaches that time, it will automatically trigger that flow and it will perform that automation and it will generate the result. That is the scheduling feature, and we have the reports. At the end of execution, every execution, it will generate the reports with all the details and screenshot. It will capture each and every step what we are performing on every field, what value we are entering, and what kind of action we are performing, and what is the status of it. Like this, it will generate detailed report after every execution. And next we have object analysis feature. This feature is for upgrading the bot for the future version of target application. Like I'm developing one bot for the Oracle Cloud today, and in case if it is in 25 B version, after upgrading the target Oracle application to 25D, so I need to make sure that my current bot what I have developed for 25B is suitable for the upgraded version as well. For that, we have the object analysis. When you run through the object analysis, what will happen is it will execute the bot and it will identify is there any changes in the upgraded environment. So it will compare the current bot with the target upgraded environment, and it will automatically correct if any changes in the target environment. Say for example, if any locator is modified, if any changes in the field level, so all this update will happen automatically through the object analysis. So it will automatically upgrade the bot to the upgraded target environment. Next is we have the privileges option. So privileges is like every users will not have all the access. So definitely there should be a restriction, like somebody will have only execute, somebody will have configure and execute, somebody will have the delete option, somebody will have only create and edit option. So we have to restrict it. So for that we have the privileges part of this tool to assign the responsibility for the users. And next is portation. Portation is for migration. Like you have the lot of bots in one system. If you want to migrate it to another system, so we have the check-in, check-out, as well as we have the export and import option to migrate the object from one system to another system. Next is, as I mentioned, we have different kind of activities. In the previous slide, I told like we have different kind of activities. It can be used when you configure the bot. So these are all the activities from the smart bots. One is the verification. Verification is like if you want to make sure any condition, like during the automation, you can check either the field is present or this particular field is having this value. Like this, if you want to do any check during the execution, we can go for the verification activity. This verification activity will do the validation and it will capture the status of that verification, either it is success or failure in the document, and then it will go for the next activity. It is the just validation. But we have the assertion. Assertion is forceful validation. Like if this validation is not success, this particular flow will not get continued. If it is getting failed, automatically it will stop the execution of this particular part. So that is the purpose of assertion. And we have the another activity called iteration. Iteration is uh, we have to execute the same flow multiple times. Say for example, I am processing a payment with 10 records. So I have to complete the first record and second record, third record based on the number of data coming in. So for that, I have the we have the assertion activity, iteration activity, where it will read the number of records which is coming in, and based on that, it will automatically iterate the flow. So that is the purpose of iteration activity. And we have the conditional activity. Conditional activity is like during the flow, I'll be checking one condition. Either this field is having, say for example, if the country is US, then navigate through this particular flow. If the country is India, then navigate through this particular flow. Like this, if you want to conditionally route the flow or change the flow, so we can use the conditional activity. And next is open URL. Open URL is, as I mentioned, currently I'm executing a uh, payment process in Oracle Cloud, payment bot for the Oracle Cloud. But at the end of this, I want to log in into other system where I have to submit some concurrent programs. So for that, I can go for the open URL, which will automatically open the browser and open the URL which we have given. So after that, if you want to do a login activity, logout activity, so we can use our login and logout activity. Next is a screenshot. This screenshot activity is like during the automation, so it might be mandatory in most of the places. So wherever you want to take the screenshot, you can add the screenshot activity. So automatically, when it reaches that particular place, it will take the screenshot and it will add in our execution summary report. So when you download the report, you can see the places wherever you have added the screenshot, and you can make sure either it is okay or not. Right. So we have the screenshot activity to take the screenshot of current screen during the execution. And next we have hotkey activity. In the automations, in few scenario, we have to use the functional keys like Control C, Control V, all there like this. We have to use some uh, in few application. It is required. So wherever you have the hotkey functionalities, for that we have the activity which we can use. And next is wait. This wait activity is during the flow, during the execution, I have to make sure in this particular place I have to wait for some time. Either it can be a like enabling on particular field. I have to wait till that field get enabled, or this message should pop up. Till that I have to wait. Like that, if you want to make a wait during the flow, we can use our wait activity. The next activity is data table. This data table is like a dynamic table. Why it is very essential during any automation is during the automation. Like if I am creating 10 invoices, I need to capture from the screen. The invoice number will be dynamic, or payment number will be dynamic on the screen. So I need to capture those number and I need to maintain it somewhere. Not only the invoice number, Even if I want to capture any other information from that particular page, I can read those information and I need to maintain it. To maintain those kind of dynamic information during the flow, we are using the data table. It is like normal SQL table, but it's a completely dynamic, not physically available. So it will be created during the execution, and it will maintain the information like which are all configured, which are all needs to be captured. It will maintain in the dynamic table. So this data table will be used for future bot execution, or it can be stored into a file system for any reporting purpose or logging purpose. So we can use the data table. And the next is our Excel activity. And this Excel activity is to manipulate on the Excel file. So if you want to do populate a Excel file with some set of data, and if you want to do some manipulation based on some conditional rules, so all these kind of actions can be done through our Excel activity. Next is loop. It is for repeating the same set of execution, same kind of steps until that particular condition is okay, which is true, right? So till the condition is true, it will execute the same set of steps during the flow. For that, we have the loop activity. Next is we have the email notification. It is required in many places, like wherever you want to notify people, like it can be authorized person, so or it can be a user, to make sure either this is completed here or here this problem has occurred. Like this, if you want to send any customized email notification, for that we have the email notification activity. And next is scroll activity. This scroll activity is when you have the large number of data in application, if you have the large number of data, so if you want to find some data which is needs some scroll, and then we need to see the data. Like that, if you want to scroll and see the data, we have the scroll activity. We have the different option to scroll, either that particular value is available or some kind of locations. Like that, we have the different kind of option to scroll and view the data in the page. So for that, we are using the scroll activity. So with the help of these activities, we can configure the bots to fulfill our business need. Next, we are going to how this smart bots help you in test and process automation. So in the test automations, like the testing cycle is the major part. Say for example, we will be like maintaining a duration of 4 weeks of time to for your release. So we will be developing for 2 weeks, and next 2 weeks we will be performing the testing. So within these 2 weeks, the functional team has to complete all their testing scenario of this particular application, right? So for that, we can use the smart bots to automate all those scenario, and wherever are already planned and predefined scenarios can be automated, and it can help you to reduce the timeline, and it will help you to meet the testing cycle in a planned date, right? So that is the advantage of smart bots when you go for test automation. And it will generate the report during the execution. It will generate the report. When you see that report, it will have the step-by-step information, like for each field what has happened, and even if you have added any verification or assertion, and the verification result and assertion result will be captured in the execution report. In case during the testing, if the test case got failed, it will capture the screenshot of that error screenshot, and it will mark status as the failed. The test case status will be failed. So like this, it will be very useful on the testing. And next is, it is can be executed in serial and parallel mode. uh, because in certain scenario we have to go for serial, because it will be having some dependency. First I have to complete one process, and then I have to go for the next process. But in most of the scenario for the testing, so we can run it in a parallel mode if it doesn't have any dependency, because I'll be having 100 cases or 1,000 cases to be tested in a batch cycle. So I can run many cases in parallel mode. SmartBot supports you to run the multiple test parts in a parallel session. Next is it can automate web and desktop application, and the same way we can do the process automation as well in a record and replay options. Right. So next is in the testing side, areas like where we can use the smart bots. We already discussed like it can be used for the functional testing. So wherever after development, if you want to do any functional testing, it can be converted as a bot and it can be used for the functional testing. And next is regression testing, like where after any patch or upgrade. So we can use the smart bot for the test automation. Mostly it is for any larger application like ERP, like Oracle Cloud or SAP, any patch or upgrade, this will be a major activity, like all the resources will be, functional resources will be testing the all the scenarios. So when you go for smart bots, test automation bots, so you need to schedule those and trigger those flows to make sure it is working fine, right? So it will reduce lot of manpower and time and the cost. Next is it can be used in the load testing as well. So this load testing will be like multiple users has to log in into the same system and concurrently, and we have to check the load of that particular system, either it is stable or all the functions are working properly. To simulate this load testing and performing the executions, we can use the smart bots. It can open, as I mentioned, we have the parallel execution option. So we can run multiple test bots parallelly, and by with the help of that, we can perform the load testing where we can open the browser parallel session simultaneously, and multiple users can log in into the system simultaneously, and we can perform the testing. So during the execution, if any failures happens, it will be captured in the report. And next place is like we have the test drive feature. This test drive is a little bit different from the automation testing. It is for guided training. Like if any new person is coming into the application who doesn't have the complete knowledge of this particular application, we can use the test drive to guide that new user to get trained in the application. How it will work is like it will guide the user step by step, like in Oracle Cloud. If person want to know how he can create a purchase order or sales order, so we have the test drive bot for creation of purchase order into the Oracle Cloud. If the user run that bot from the Oracle Cloud, it will guide you like login with username and password and click this button and click this navigation like this. It will guide you step by step, and once he complete the one step, automatically it will move to the next field where he has to perform the action. So it will be a guided training by using our bots, right? So it is for train the users without the physical trainer. So it will be like that is the strength of our test drive feature. So these are all the area we can use the smart bots in the test automation, functional testing, regression testing, and load testing, as well as the user training part as well. Next, we are going to showcase you the sample flow for the process automation. Here, we are going to automate two processes. One is create invoices, and next is create payments. And here we have the four steps. So here you can see we have the two bots, bot one and bot two. And in the bot one, it is going to create invoices into the Oracle Cloud, and in the same bot one, it is going to search and show you like this invoice is created into the available in the system. After creation, it is going to search and show you. That is the this bot one is going to process. And in the bot 2, it is going to create the payments, and after creation of payments, it is going to log in into the Oracle. It is going to show you like this particular payment is available in the system. That will happen through the managed payment. So these are all the process we are going to automate through smart bots. I'll showcase the demo of it. This is the screenshot from how you can see we have executed a flow. This is the flow, and here we have the two process. One is invoice creation, and another one is payment. These two process got executed, and this is the summary screen, right? So when it is got executed, either success or failure. If any error, what is it like that? It will give you the complete detail of execution. I'll run through the demo. It's logging into our SmartBots application and it's searching for the flow which has the two process, create invoice and payment, and it's executing it now. Once it is executed, it's automatically logging into the Oracle Cloud and it's navigating through the screens. It's going for the create invoice screen. You can see bot is automatically typing the business unit and it is going to type the supplier, right? And it is going to type the other values like supplier site, legal entity, number. So it is going to type all these values. This is the way the bot will work. It will move through the field and it will perform the action what we have configured in the bot. Now it's filling the invoice header information. After that, it will go for the accounting details. Here it's filling accounting liability distribution, and next it is going to tax and additional informations. Like this, it will follow the steps which we have configured in the bot. Next, it is filling the invoice line details. Like this, it will perform the actions on any screen, any kind of application. So it will perform the entire flow. Now the invoice is saved and it is going to validate it. Once it is validated, then it is going to save and close. It has created one invoice and it is going to create another invoice. It is going to show you like invoice is available in the system. You can see now it is available in the Oracle Cloud. Now it's creating the second invoice. And this flow, it is going to create three invoices. The same way, like first invoice, it's filling the invoice header and accounting details, and it will go for the line details, and then it will go for the distribution. Now it is going to validate the invoice. It is validated. Next, it is going to save and close. Next, it will go for the manage invoice, and it will show you that invoice is available in the system. It's going to process another invoice. Like this, if you want to test with multiple records, like three invoices, if you want to test with hundreds of invoices, so we can give all these detail into a Excel sheet. The test data can be provided in different way, or automation data can be provided in a different way. So one is either if it is a single case which we are going to test, we have the constant value option, and there if you want to form any unique combination, we have the auto numbering option. In case if you want to provide multiple test data and if you want to test, we have the Excel sheet option, so where you can fill n number of test data and which will be automatically processed one by one, right? So here we have given the three invoice details, so all these three is getting processed automatically. And we have other option as well. If you want to keep any test data in any FTP location, we can read from FTP location and we can process it. Right. Invoice creation bot is over and it is going to create the payment now. So you can see the bot is navigating through the screen and it's filling the values and it's performing the action on the buttons, right? So it will automatically logging in and it will automatically log out. All this, the end to end, the complete automation will be taken care through this bot. Here you can see it's typing for the payment method as electronic, right? And here we have the multiple values for the same combination, and it's going and selecting the first value for that particular pop-up, right? So it's working based on the starts with option. Now the payment is created for that invoice, and it is going to show you like the payment is available in the system. Next, it is going to create another payment. This is the way this entire automation will work. This flow is like you are able to see the screen and you are able to see what all the actions are happening through the bot. But even if you want to run it in the background, like a headless mode, we have the headless option, which will run it in the background. The screen will not be visible for you. Only the execution will happen in the background. So we have the headless mode option as well. Now the payment is created, and next it is going to show you the payment from the managed payment. It is available in the system, right? So we have seen automatically it is going to log out. We have seen create invoice as well as the create payment in one flow, right? So like this, you can add n number of functional process into a flow. So it can be 20 or 30 flow in a system. In a same flow, we can combine it. And this is the execution report, so which will give you the detailed information of like what all the process got executed, and you can see the duration of each process, on how many records got processed. Each and every step will be captured in this report with this screenshot. You can see we have the screenshot as well as the notes of that particular step. So we have seen how the bot can do the automation in the Oracle Cloud, and we have seen the two process by using our two bots in a flow. And next we are going to explain you like how this execution can be planned, because it cannot be serial execution always. Definitely there will be a need for parallel execution. So in smart bots, either you can execute the flows in a serial manner, or it can be a parallel execution as well. And we have the another option called distributed execution. The parallel execution is like I have one system where I'm going to run all the test spot execution. So in that particular system, I can run open multiple browser session, and all this session can run parallelly. So in the diagram we have showcased you like this is the one system, and in this one system, I can run 10 parallel session. It depends the configuration of RAM and those things. So in case if it is around 8 GB of RAM and we can run three process. So like this, we can run multiple parallel session in a single system, right? And next we have the distributed execution. Distributed execution is like you can distribute the process for multiple system. In this diagram, you can see this is one system and this is another system. This is another system. In first system, I can run 10 parallel session, as at the same time in the another system, I can run 10 parallel session. So like this, I can distribute the execution to multiple system, and in that particular system, it can run in parallel, as well as the entire execution will happen in the parallel mode. So that is the distributor. So you can distribute the execution to multiple system, and it can run in the parallel mode. This serial automation is needed wherever we have the dependency. Like after completion of one step, only we can go for the next one. For those scenario, we can go for the serial execution. So when you go for the parallel and distributed, it can cover the large number of test part in short span of time. So for example, if I'm going to execute 500 bot, if I'm going to run it by using five person to be seated in the five system, and they have to manually go and run each and every cases. So instead of that, if I plan only the five system and only one place to trigger all the flow, just you can trigger the flow, it will automatically all the testing will get triggered in the target system, and 10 session in each system will get executed. So the entire 500 test parts will get executed in a short span of time. So it will reduce a lot of time in a testing cycle, right? So we can go for parallel as well as distributed and serial execution. Next, we are going to showcase you like how the distributed and parallel execution is happening. And here we have the flow. Like in system one, we are going to run the previous process like create invoice and create payments in one system, right? And in the second system, system two, we are going to run one set of process like legal addresses and journal categories in one system. So we have the two system now, and in these two system we are going to run two different flows, right, parallelly. I'm logging into the system and I'm going to the migration flow, and here I'm going to run the flow, and parallelly I'm opening another process to run another flow. I'm logging as a different session, and I'm going to go for the flow, right, and here I'm going to run the set of flow. So we have the two sessions now. One is uh, transaction, and another one is setup configuration. This is the EBS2 cloud setup. So we have the two process now. We are going to run these two process in two different system. It is going to get triggered. Now we have executed two process. You can see parallelly two process got triggered. Right. Here we are showing system one and system two simultaneously. You can see the invoice process is in system one, and the setup process in system two. You can see parallelly we have shown you like how the execution is happening. Now it's creating the invoice and invoice process. It is the setup process. So parallelly these two processes getting executed. Like this, you can have different system. Like instead of two system, you can have the five system. In each system, you can run 10 parallel process at a time. Like that, you can complete 50 process simultaneously, right? And serial and parallel can be decided based on the flow. So based on the flow, you can decide either it can go in serial or parallel. So we can see it's parallelly executing the flows and it got completed now. This is the log. So after completion of execution, you can check the logs and the same way it's showcasing log for the our setup process as well. Then it will generate the report. You can download the playback execution summary report, and it will be the same report like we have seen in the previous flow. It will have the detailed step of the execution, like so for each and every step with the screenshot and status will be captured in the document. Okay, so this is the way the distributed and parallel execution and smart bots will. And next is object analysis. This object analysis is like if you want to upgrade your bot automatically by using the object analysis, instead of doing it manually, we can go for the object analysis. Because if you want to upgrade any bot, we usually manually go and check what is the change, and we will go to the bot manually and update the changes. Then we will run it. Instead of that, if you run our object analysis, it will automatically identify the changes and upgrade the bot, and it will be ready for the future releases and the upgraded environment. Right. So it is very useful when you upgrade your bot for the upgraded target environment. Here you can see we have bots like purchase order, invoice, and payment in 25C, right? So if my Oracle Cloud is getting upgraded to 25D, after that, if I want to convert these bots to 25D, I have to run the object analysis. This object analysis will execute and collect the information, and it will compare with the current bot and the upgraded target environment information, and it will automatically fix the details. So automatically it will make the current bot ready for the upgraded environment, right? So it is for maintaining the bots. This object analysis will be a very useful feature. Here we are going to show you one demo for object analysis. Here what we are going to do is we have the create invoice bot, right? In this create invoice bot, we are going to make some correction like which is which will get failed during the execution. But what will happen is when you run through this object analysis, it will automatically identify the right information and it will fix that problem and it will continue the execution. That's what we are going to showcase you part of this one. We're logging into this system and next we are going to run the flow. This is the playback which we are going to make some changes. It's a properly executing playback, and there we are going to make some locator modification, right? To show you like we are proceeding with invalid information, but it is automatically corrected by the bot. We are updating the ID here. This is the element ID. It is already having the proper value, but we are updating with the wrong locator value there. So obviously, if it is a normal execution, it will get failed. But when we run through the object analysis, it will identify the right locator during the runtime and automatically update the locator, and it will proceed with the execution. It will not fail it. It will automatically heal the issues and it will proceed further. Right. So that is the strength of the object analysis. So we are moving to the object analysis now, and it is going to execute the playback. It is running the bot from the object analysis. It's asking for finding if any new attributes are available in the target system. Yes. Now the bot execution is started in the object analysis mode. So what will happen is it is going to get failed when it search for the create invoice link because we have the wrong located information. but it's through the object analysis, it has fixed that problem automatically, and it is running the flow now. It doesn't say it doesn't get failed. The bot doesn't get failed. Instead of that, it's automatically correcting the issues and proceeding further. The similarly, it will work for the any kind of changes in the target system. So it can automatically fix the issues and it can carry on. So that is the object analysis. It will do the comparison with the current part and the target system element details. And if anything changed, it will automatically update the recent one and it will proceed the execution. So for updating the bot, we can use the object analysis feature. Right. And the log will display you like where it got failed and where the correction is done. All these things will you can see at the log. It's going for the log. We can see the problem is marked in red, so the element create invoices got failed, and it is retrying for it, and it's automatically updating it, and then it is proceeding, right? So all this information will be captured in the log. This is the very important feature to update your bot for the future release. The next is we are going to showcase you what is our interactive demo feature from the smart bots. This interactive demo is like if you want to create any offline demos, it doesn't require any server, but it will have the exact feel like your application, and you can show like offline demos. So in this interactive demo, the steps are like we will be capturing the screens for the demos. In case if I'm going to demonstrate 5 screens for the user, I will capture those 5 screens. And for each screen, I can give the information like what this screen about. Like it's like a hint message about that screen. So while presenting it, I can use it, right? So we will be giving the call out message for each screen. And then if I want to change any navigations, like instead of presenting first screen, if I want to present the third screen as the first screen, I can switch it like that. We can do lot of editing, and we can mask sensitive informations. If everything is configured, I can preview it, and I can check either the offline demo is fine. This offline demo can be migrated into any system. It's not, it can be run from your system, or it can be placed in any system, or this offline demos, interactive demos can be uh, embedded into your website as well, right? So this is completely for creating the demos in a configurable way, with a call out message and masking the information and editing it. So it has a lot of features for creating the offline demos. So for running this demo, the actual server does not require. So here we have captured the screens. Here we have created the interactive demo to explain our platform feature called loader. So we have the loader screen and the HTML data loader screen and response handling screen and dataset screen. We can set what is the next page from after loader. What is the next page, like that we can set, and we have the different kind of options in the interactive demos. It has a lot of option to create it. The final output of our interactive demo will be like this. Here you can see the screen which we have captured, and it will be having the hint message what we have added. And here it will be like very responsive design, even mobile or any system. If you look at it will be having the proper look and feel. It's logging into the system, and for this, we have to record the screens, right? So before that, it is getting into the loader screen where we are going to take the screenshot. Okay, so and this is our SmartBots recording wizard. Here you can go and select interactive demo, and you can give the recording project name, and then you can start capturing the screens. You can see it is captured like it, like that. whatever you are going to present, you have to capture all the screens by using our wizard. After capturing it, you have to give the call out message for each screen. What is the information we are going to explain? So we have to capture all those information into the call out message. Now it's capturing the screens which is it is going to use as an interactive demo, right? So and it is creating the interactive demo by using these captured screens. These are all the screens we have captured, and here you can see we can add a call out message for each screen, and we can edit. So we have the different kind of options. Either you can active or inactive the screens. If you want to disable any screen, you can disable it. Instead of deleting, you can disable it. So we have the different options to configure the demos. For each screen, now it's adding the call out message. Now the changes are completed. Okay. And here we have the preview option, and we have the introduction slide, right? So for adding it, we have the introduction slide option. This is the output of our interactive demo. So you can see the screen which is captured is shown here, and the hint message is shown here. You can go back previous. Even if you want to voice enabled, we can enable it. So we have the it can automatically read the message and it will voice over it. So this is the way the interactive demo also can be created using the smart board. So it is very essential feature to present any offline demos. So these are all the topics we have planned for today webinar.
Well, thank you for, walking us through the demo, and it was a very comprehensive overview. So thank you for that, and you set the stage really well for that. We will move to the question segments, and we'll take a few questions, and then we will wrap up this session because we're a little over time. But so the first question I have for you, Pushot, is: will bots parallel execution occur on a single system or on a multiple system?
So parallel executions can be in different system as well. Like as I mentioned, in one system we can run multiple session, as well as the same time in other system also we can execute the parallel sessions.
The next question we have is: when is object analysis needed?
It is when the target environment, like if I have the bots for the Oracle Cloud, that particular environment got upgraded to any due to any latest release, then I have to go for the object analysis to make sure that the current bots are working for the upgraded target system.
So the next question is: what are all the execution modes that can be performed in smartbots?
This is what, like, we have the serial mode if you want to execute one by one, and in a single system if you want to run parallel session, we have the parallel mode. And even if you want to distribute to execution for the multiple system, we have the grid option where they can execute the bots in distribution mode as well.
This was very informative. Thank you all for being here with us today. Thank you, Pusho. Thank you, Harini, for your time, and giving us a clearer picture of how automation strengths testing and workflow. With that in place, we will end today's webinar session. And to everybody that attended, thank you. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us and we shall answer them for you. But for until then, we'll see you at the next webinar. Thank you.